Business. Phillip Smith is a Senior Vice President of Government Solutions at Trustwave, and he joins me now with details. Phillip, to you, simple username and password, what do you mean?
Well, each system that remote access, you use a username and password to access that system. What we've seen from our investigations is password 1 has been that common denominator, and that's not an acceptable process today.
Is that what was used? Was that what was used in the Target hack?
I have no personal knowledge about what went on at the Target breach, so I really can't comment on that. But we've seen that over and over again in a number of investigations that we've performed.
Your company's serving multinationals. You're advising a lot of high-level businesses on how to deal with cyber terrorism, hacking, the stealing of our personal data every single day. When you look at this industry of criminals, really, what are you finding is their #1 target?
Anything of value, right? So we're talking in this case payment card data. So there's sophisticated international organized crime attacking the U.S. payment system, trying to steal that data to monetize it. It's as simple as that.
So what we see from your own data, your company's own data, retailers at the top of the list, food and beverage companies, restaurateurs, what are the companies, the industries that typically act?
I think you've seen in our report, those are statistics from 2012. Those statistics will remain the same. Those are the top 3 targeted industries. That's where all the transactions are occurring, right? That's where people shop, where people eat, and people sleep.
Millions and millions every single day.
That's right.
You got to think that's where the opportunity is. One of the numbers that you had that frankly blew me away. It takes an average of 210 days for a company operator to figure out that they've been breached or hacked. And for some companies, it takes as long as 3 years. Why?
There's a variety of reasons. One is a lack of IT security expertise, right? This is a very complex issue. Most of these industries, and I'm not talking just about the payment industry, we're talking about across the board. They don't have the expertise needed from IT security staff, let alone forensic people who can go in and look at these systems. And I think that's where organizations can benefit from partnering up with managed security providers, forensic firms, to help them augment their current staff.
Actually, they need some expert advice, clearly, because they're not getting it on their own. And from what I understand, when they buy software for their companies, they're going to third-party providers and probably going with the lowest cost provider. So the idea that they're going to get hacked is just not that surprising. You're a former Secret Service agent, and you work for the Department of Justice. Your view on these issues is much broader than as the head of a software firm or a cyber terrorism firm. What do you see as the solution here? What do we need to do?
Security is a process. People need to remain vigilant, diligent in their efforts every day. And this becomes a board-level decision where the board needs to drive through the entire organization IT security requirements. And they have to fund it. Again, the IT departments of most companies are understaffed, overstressed. The IT security people are even worse. And they need to be able to rely on industry experts, forensic experts, to help them understand how to defend and more importantly, what to do when there is an incident.
Well, we got a long way to go, that's for sure. Phillip, thanks for coming on the show tonight. I hope we get to talk to you again soon.